Congratulations, guys. I'm so glad you're here. We have an amazing guest, and because of our lovely tech challenges, we're keeping her on the screen. So everybody wave Tracey. We will get her introduced in just a moment. I am so proud of you guys. I am so blessed. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Bren Harris, and I founded Warrior Moms by Bren. Now we're the Warrior Nation. And let me tell you what, this is how Warrior Moms started, at the kitchen table in 2008 with baby Zach, my laptop, and we stayed at a relative's house. His kitchen had not been updated since the 70s while we were house hunting. And that's where Warrior Moms was birthed. I mean, moms were being disrespected online, and I was angry and I was fired up. And I want you to know we've come a long way. Truthfully, in the last 15 plus years, we have walked straight through hell, and we walk right out of there like we own the place and take water back to those still in the fire. This is just a few months ago. This is my son now. He towers over me. You can see his big ear defenders. And we are so blessed to know that everything's negotiable, and our standard answer, especially from the medical community, who says, what's the workaround? Now, as you know, unless you've been living under a rock, I have a book coming out, The Major and the Musician. And we have a new review that came in today, and it says a young Indiana Jones meets Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the Warrior Mom version. And I want you to know this is suspense wrapped up in mystery with a splash of romance and a lot of treasure hunting. And why a mystery? Because I believe every woman needs to have an opportunity to unplug and decompress. And we are here to say together we are stronger. Now, we have a couple of things. Guys, I'm so proud of you. We have a couple of people in the winner's circle. They were able to click the link and get the 99-cent ebook. I want to recognize Mitch Race from Harlem, New York. Mitch is an amazing, amazing personal and professional coach, helping with self-image and confidence. And I want to give you a huge shout out to Mitch Race. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Winner's Circle. Miranda Anderson out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. She is the most organized, amazing house blesser on the planet, and she has a thriving business here in Oklahoma. And last but not least, my son's teacher. She is one of the best occupational therapists on the planet, Miss Amanda. Thank you guys for taking the plunge, diving in, and supporting this Warrior Mom's dream. Now, I don't want to steal Tracey's thunder. I am so glad you're here. And because of our tech issues, thank you for sharing the screen when I did my little blurb there. And we have such an amazing, amazing, amazing episode for you guys tonight. Now, Tracey and I met a few months ago when we were investing in ourselves and hanging around 1% experts and producers. And I just love how God does these things. Tracey, thank you. Did you make the live, and can we hear you?
I sure hope so, because we tried for about 15 minutes to get this thing right. I think we're good.
Oh, that's great. Can you tell us, can you go back in the Wayback Machine and just tell us who is Tracey Gore?
Sure. Well, I'm a woman of faith. I'm a mother to 3, and I'm a bonus mother to many. I was born and raised right here in Edmond, Oklahoma, where we met. We met in Oklahoma. And my journey really didn't begin until my life started falling apart. And what I mean by that is I went from addiction and abuse and loss and all the things that shatter you to your core. But that's where I met Jesus. So when I was able to meet Jesus in the fire, and he was able to refine me, and I didn't get burned. And so now I'm just on this mission to empower women to rise up, take control of their lives, take control of their finances, leave a legacy to their children. You know, I didn't grow up in church. And so when I was at my rock bottom and I cried out to God, I said, all right, God, if you're real, you're going to have to show me, because I'm going to die. I'm going to end up dead. And he did. He showed up for me. I mean, he didn't come down with a big thunderbolt lightning or anything, but systematically, day after day, week after week, year after year, he put people in my life who would support me, who would pray with me, who would pray over me. He took people out of my life that didn't need to be there. And he opened doors that would have never been opened otherwise. And he's been redeeming me ever since.
Oh, That is so beautiful.
Mm.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm going to cry today.
I mean, I got chills, and it is so amazing because we only see what we present online. We only see what we present when we attend these 1% mastermind type events, and we don't really know how deep the roots are until we ask the question. Now, I know you have a lot of things that you do, and I won't pretend as a warrior mom to understand any of them. And I would love it if you could just give us kind of a 30-second soundbite on your mission. You mentioned financial freedom, you're a financial professional, you're also a realtor and an author. So can you unpack that just a little bit for us?
Yes. So, being an author, my books were born out of the redemption story. So, one of the books is my story of overcoming addiction and being delivered by God and meeting God. The other book is um, basically escaping domestic abuse
Mm-hmm.
and starting over with nothing. And when you start over with nothing and you have nobody but God, you realize God's the only thing that you need.
Mm.
When you start over and you literally don't have a bank account, like it's tough. So I have clawed my way up to the top. I'm still on my way, and I'm grabbing as many women with me as I can, and we're rising together.
Oh, I just find that mission fantastic. Please
Yeah, I
keep.
started a movement called Equipping the 10,000. A friend of mine and I, we decided that was a catchy name because we wanted to equip about at least 10,000 women personally, and then we wanted them to each equip 10,000 women. Imagine if we could equip and empower women, each of us, what a giant ripple effect it would have, right? So we started dripping out content to help just give people value, right? And through my course of rebuilding and finding myself and figuring out how I was going to support my family, I started betting on myself. I decided, nobody's coming to save me. This is it. Let's go. I didn't have a choice. I had children depending on me. I couldn't just curl up in a ball and die, even though I really wanted to. And so I bet on myself. I got my professional license. I started investing. I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on mentorships and doing all of these things to train and learn how to make money, how to coach other people, how to, just show up, how to really put to paper what's in here. And getting in the right rooms and networking, that's everything. Like we met together at an in-person networking event. If we wouldn't have gone, I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to reach more people. And so really showing up for yourself, even though it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the event that was like teaching people how to speak on stages and all these things. And like, I never thought, you know what, when I grow up, I want to be a public speaker. Never, ever did I ever think that. And still, I'm just like, oh, I don't know. But when I went full in with God and I was like, okay, God, what do you have for me? I'm going to go ahead and share the love of Christ because that's the basis of everything that I do. And as soon as I said yes, I mean, like boom, 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 boom. I'm on a podcast every other week. I'm speaking in 3 events now, like just all of a sudden. And it's God, it's not me. And I know that I trust him to show up and to reach the people that he needs to reach. So I'm practicing now, putting my ego in my pocket so that I don't worry about if I'm received or if people like me or whatever the case is, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as I've reached the one that God was trying to reach. Right. And I was reminded of that today by a friend that called me to encourage me and pray with me through all of this unknown territory and doing it afraid. And I loved that part where it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not up here to try to be loved. I'm here to show love. Right. And so as long as God can equip the people with however I show up, he's going to use it. Right. And so I just have to be faithful and obedient and just say yes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm saying yes. So you asked me to be on a podcast. Here I am. Yes, I'm
I
coming.
love it. I love it. Tracey, you're the most can-do person I've ever met, and that is your strength. And guys, I want to make sure, I don't know if everybody caught that. We're talking to a warrior mom who found herself at the very bottom with nothing, with children depending on her. And now she's doing amazing work on a global level. And I love that you are involved in real estate, that you wrote these books to equip and minister to other women. What's one thing, if you could go in the Wayback Machine when you started doing this, that you might tweak a little, just for those thinking about starting their own business?
Oh, there's a lot of things that I would do. And the first thing would be my mindset. Like I would try
Oh,
to get here a lot faster and get out of my way, and stop worrying so much. Start trusting and stop worrying. Just know that, as long as you're doing what you can do, God will do the things you can't do. Now, He's not going to do your part and you can't do His part. But if you work together, it's beautiful. But I think investing in myself and really giving myself permission to be successful. I didn't realize that I grew up in a family that kind of had a poverty mindset, and nobody really knew it. It's just a generational, the way, money is there to pay the bills, whatever. Well, if you believe like that, then you never really make more than you need to pay the bills. So, like, I had to, first of all, rewrite my money story. And then I had to give myself permission to be successful because I had kind of learned, and especially through different parts of abuse, to kind of shrink back
mm-hmm.
and not be the center of attention and not rise up and not be brighter and all the things. You just kind of try to blend. And I had to rewrite my whole mindset around what success meant, what it looked like, and what I was capable of. And I just really started betting on myself, and I started taking risks and getting educated and finding partners, networking. The best thing you can do if you're starting out is,
Mm-hmm.
Usually partnerships. Like if you've not read the book Who Not How, please do that. It will change the way you think about everything, because you don't have to know how to do everything, and you shouldn't have to do everything yourself. But other people that are good in your weaknesses, and you're
Mm-hmm.
strong where they're weak. And so if you will partner together, it's beautiful. And you can find somebody that has money and no time. And if you were like me, you had a whole lot of time in your hands. So I didn't have money, but I had time. So, I could be boots on the ground. I could do a lot. And so I partnered with people that had money, and I had the boots on the ground, and you do what you got to do, right?
That's beautiful. Did you guys catch that? We all have our strengths. Some people may have a lot of time and be willing to be boots on the ground and not a whole lot of bank account, or vice versa. Especially our boomer generation that's retiring and wants to get rid of their businesses and just wants to be. They have money to invest, but they don't want to be boots on the ground.
Right.
And I love that synergy, that partnership. Tracey, you said something to me at the conference. It said, let go of the things that no longer serve me.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. That has
Yeah.
stayed with me.
Oh,
And that's
good.
really, because I see you living that out. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. And if you're getting some value, I think Tracey's amazing. If you're getting some value, put value in the comments. If you threw a dart at the middle of the US, we're right there, right in the middle, Oklahoma. And yes, the weather is crazy and unpredictable. One of the things that you said is, get out of our own way, stick my ego in my pocket. What does a typical 1%er $1 million mindset day look like? Do you have a morning routine?
I do. For me, as soon as my eyes open, I am immediately in gratitude. And this has taken a lot of practice, because I used to wake up and the devil would lie to me and tell me how terrible things are going to be, and that I felt like crap and everything's terrible. But now I open my eyes and I'm like, oh, I'm alive. I love you, Lord. Thank you for waking me up today. Like, thank you for all of the opportunities that you're going to face me with today. Thank you for all of the people that help me. Thank you for my family. Like, I just spend as much time in gratitude as I possibly can, and I soak it all in before I even roll over and put my feet on the floor.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it's really changed my whole trajectory of my life, starting out in gratitude. It's been amazing. And then I get up and I make my coffee and I do my daily devotionals through my Bible app, and I have friends on there and we do them together, and there's a little talk about it section and we talk about it. And so I drink my coffee and I get in my Bible, and I'm not perfect and I don't do it every day, because sometimes I'll wake up late and I'll rush and forget to do something, and I'm always sad when that happens, because I love my days that I start out in purpose.
I'm laughing with you because that happens to me as a woman.
It does. And what I love to do is I like to stack. You hear this, stacking. So like if you work out, I like to listen to a podcast about something that's teaching me something. And I'm working out and listening to the podcast and doing my devotional. Like I'm just doing all these things.
Right.
Because I feel like I want to take up as much, collapse your timeline. If you can do more stuff, right, at one time, you're like collapsing the timeline down. So I'm trying to get it all done at once, but I'm getting. I love
that. I love that. And what are you working on right now? Or do you have a book or a devotional that you're going through?
Yeah, actually, well, I've got 2 of my 3 books are on Audible, and they're on Kindle, and they're on paperback. The third one is Audible and Kindle, but I started formatting it for paperback, and it's like it's the longest book and it's the hardest, and I'm not done yet. So I've been working on that. I do have devotionals that are going to go with them as well. Okay. And I'm starting, I'm putting my whole course together. I'm going to start offering courses for women that.
Excellent.
I have women that come to me all the time, and they need help. They need help either with their finances or with real estate or investing, or just they have a question about relationship for God or whatever. Right. And so I'm putting together some things where I'll be more available for women to be able to come in, and hopefully I can give them some golden nuggets of wisdom. We'll see.
Oh, that's amazing. And I just want to share some of the comments. It says, valuable insights. Gratitude is so powerful. Start your day in purpose. I don't even know if you realize you're making such an impact here, Tracey. And everyone's excited for your books. We have Washington, D.C. in the house, Harlem, New York, Brooklyn, New York, Manhattan, and Seattle, Trinidad, and Oklahoma. One other one. Oh, Florida and Georgia in the house. So I just want to say, this is really valuable, especially women and finances. Mm-hmm. If there's one nugget that you could leave our viewers with, those finances. If we tend to be trained, we're born to win, programmed to lose. You know how that goes?
Yeah.
As women, and especially as moms, we get in that we're so busy, we're not proactive in that area oftentimes. Can you share some nuggets on that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. Like, number one, winners keep score. If you don't know what's going on in your finances, chances are you're losing money somewhere, somehow. And, anytime I'm doing investments or any kind of, if I'm thinking about, do I want to do this? The Bible says she considered the field and then she purchased it, right? So that's due diligence. So you have to do the numbers. The numbers always tell you what to do.
Okay.
Right. If you're just starting out and you're trying to get a hold of your finances, there's an app by Dave Ramsey that is called the dollar. What is it? Dollar something. Every dollar. So when I first started out and I had to get on top of everything and figure out how I was going to make it work, I recorded every single penny that went in and out of my account as soon as I could get one open. And in that Every Dollar app, you can put everything in there, and the more you pay attention to it, the more you understand where you're spending money, where you're overspending, that kind of thing. And I don't do that anymore because I've graduated from that. I kind of have a running balance now. I've got like 11 businesses, so I don't use the Every Dollar app anymore. I have QuickBooks now. But
systems automate.
Yeah. So, I mean, the things are, find your who that knows how, that can help you.
Okay.
Keep track of your finances. So one thing you can do, if say you want to write down your budget right now. Here's my budget. This is what I make. This is all the things I have to spend on. But this is my dream budget over here. And this is all the things I want. Well, reverse engineer that. Say, okay, if I want this in 5 years, reverse engineer that and say, okay, today you can break it down by year. I need to do that in a year, break it down to months, break it down to weeks, break it down and say, like, today I'm going to do the very next right thing that I know to do to push my needle forward and just stay on course. That's being purposeful instead of just willy-nilly and through life. We got to we got to do things on purpose if we want to soar to heights.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Did you guys catch that? Because that's really priceless. People are saying if you don't know what's going on with your finances, chances are you're losing money somewhere. Find your who knows how to help you.
That's right.
And I'm hearing a lot of teamwork in what you're sharing with us. What are the top 3 people a new business owner, especially a woman, because we're talking about warrior moms here, especially if they're working from home. They may have special needs children. They may be caring for an elderly relative. They may be having littles at home that haven't started school yet. What are the top 3 people that know your who?
Well,
that they would need to seek out?
I think it probably depends on what their business is, but you have to have somebody that knows numbers, whether that's your CPA or you've hired an accountant, just like an in-house accountant, or you're using these apps and you're getting on. There's some wonderful courses that you can take on LinkedIn Learning. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but it's like a couple $100 a year. And you can go on LinkedIn Learning and you can type in anything. You can type in QuickBooks for Dummies, and there'll be a video on it. You can type in, how do I format Excel? How do I create a graph? There's a video on it. Like, education doesn't have to be expensive. You just got to know where to look. But I would get definitely somebody that knows how to do numbers. And if you don't know how, you need to learn. And then, maybe it's a VA that can help you with mundane tasks. One of the people that I worked with, they had me sit down and write out all these different things that I did throughout the day, right? And you're going to categorize all of those things by priority. And all the things that I want to focus on are all the things that are income producing. Now, depending on where you're at in your journey or where you're starting, you're going to categorize those things in order of importance to you. Now, there's certain things on there that I cannot stand to do and I don't want to do them. Those are going way down at the bottom of the list. I don't want to do those things, right? That's the person you need to hire to do all the things you don't like to do, because you're not going to shine if you're hating what you're doing. You have to work in your gifting and in your calling. And then when you're doing that, everything flows really well. But when you step out of that and try to do this other stuff that you hate, it's like, you put it off, you procrastinate. That's never good. So you got to figure out what are the things that need to be done that you hate doing and hire that person. Free up your time. The Bible says that we are to buy back our time and redeem it because the days are evil. And that word evil just means, it doesn't mean evil like Satan. It means hard. It means the days are difficult. We need to buy back our time. We can't spend all of our time doing all of these things that we can't even stand, making us act like the devil while we're doing them.
Right.
We need to buy back our time so that we can go in our gifting. And it's just beautiful when you find a team around you that works in sync. And I have some pretty good team members now. I need more, but I have some pretty good ones now. I have a VA who helps me with social media, keeping up with social media stuff. And I have a COO, and I have most of my family works with me or for me. So that's nice. But, just try to hire, the very first assistant I ever hired was a housekeeper. You know why? Because I needed to buy back my time and I hated to house clean. So that was the first assistant I ever bought myself. And I still have one. They come once every 2 weeks and do all the stuff that I hate to do. And
warriors, did you hear that, warriors? Buy back your time. Buy back your time.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, this is such good info, Tracey. Where can our listeners find you?
You can go to traceygore.ai It's TRACEYGORE.ai. And that's like a landing page. And you can explore all of my initiatives, look at my books, all the things. And when my coaching gets ready, it'll be on there. But you can also chat with my clone. So I have a clone on there, and you can actually text with her or you can call her. And I've programmed her with all of the knowledge and all of the things. My books are all uploaded in there, everything. So
Awesome.
She's pretty cool.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. I would love to talk more about this on a different podcast. I just want you to know that you are valuable, seen, and heard, and you are making a difference.
Aw, thank you.
Be blessed, my friend.
You too.
Hey, warriors, I am so excited to bring all these amazing powerhouse women to you. And I love that we can support everyone. Somebody has a book, we're gonna plug that. We'll put some of that information in the reel when it's posted as a replay. And I know we're getting a lot of questions. We'll put all this information in the comments. And please, once this post on Facebook and or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, please share that with someone, especially everyone that's starting a business. And no matter where you are, you're seen, heard, and valued. I am so amazed at everything that is at our fingertips. Hey, I'm circling back around. The book launches next week. Watch my socials for that. And I just want to say thank you again to our Winner Circle members tonight. We have Mitch Race out of Harlem, New York, Miranda Anderson out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, and Miss Amanda, my son's favorite teacher. You guys be blessed and watch the socials for the updates. I'm enough, you're enough. Together, we're more than enough. Warriors unite.